Welcome, bienvenue, benvenido, welcome, bem-vindos a todos, welcome, benvenuti, Alan, Shalan. Welcome to the A1 Padel France Grandmasters, brought to you by Monte Carlo International Sports and the A1 Padel Global Tour. And where is that taking place? This the very final of this tournament taking place in Beau Soleil, the city of the beautiful sun,
Mesdames et
adjacent to the
messieurs,
Principality of
bienvenue
Monaco.
aujourd'hui au tennis
And
Padel Soleil
as
pour
our court
le grand
announcement
match
begins
que
to get
vous
ready
attendez
to announce
tous.
the protagonists,
Ils
the
étaient 48
gladiators
sur la ligne
of
de
this
départ. Il
great
ne reste que deux
paddle
équipes
racket
pour cette
battle that's
finale
about to take
du
place
Grand
on your
Master
screens
de
in this
France.
beautiful red
Le
A1 paddle
match
carpet.
va opposer une
We're
équipe
going to
espagnole
try
et une
not to
équipe
speak over his
argentine.
voice
Les
as he
premiers sont
looks
espagnols.
to
Ils sont
introduce
tête de série numéro 10.
these
Ils ont éliminé la tête de série numéro 1. Le premier joueur à 23 ans.
these
Il nous vient de Barcelone.
protagonists of this
30e joueur mondial.
great
Joaquim
paddle tournament.
Florenza.
And welcoming to the court, Joaquim Florenza Hernandez. Joaquim Florenza, as he's known in short, the number 30 ranked player on the A1 Padel Global Tour at only 23 years of age, and the first part of what is a tremendous team that has come through the ranks. Although starting as a 10th seeded team in this tournament just over a week ago,
Son
both
partenaire
Joaquim
à 26
Florenza and his
ans, il nous vient
partner,
de
both ranked
Valladolid,
in the
33e
30
joueur
plus
mondial.
in the
En cas de
global
victoire, ils
ranking.
rentreraient tous les
They
deux
are
dans le
10
top 10
seeded
mondial. Il
for
sera
this
sur la
tournament,
gauche de la
but they
piste.
have been the giant killers
Alfonso
in this
Sanchez.
incredible tournament. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that giant killing when we run through the road to the final. There's Alfonso Sanchez from Valladolid in Spain, and what a tournament this young man has had. 26 years of age, been around the circuit for quite some time. Yesterday, after winning the semi-final
Face à eux,
against
les têtes
a
de
really
série
tough
numéro 2 de
pairing
ce
of
tournoi,
Pedro Perry
argentin tous les deux.
and
Le
Juan
premier nous vient de
Pablo Andrade,
Pergamino. Il a
visibly
seulement 20
emotional,
ans,
and
5e
we'll
joueur
tell you a
mondial
little
sur
bit
le
more
côté
about
droit
that.
de la
On the other
piste.
side of the court,
Faites un tonnerre
the
d'applaudissements à
second
Juani de Pascual.
all having gone through the tournament virtually unscathed. And there is the first part of that. Nino Maravilla, the wonder kid of paddle, Juan de Pascual, number 5 on the A1 Paddle Global ranking, only 20 years of age, one of the great talents, emerging
Son
talents in the world of
partenaire
paddle, and how
est à
fortunate we are
26
to have
ans.
him.
Il est
Number
3e
5
joueur mondial.
ranking,
Il
and
nous vient de
should
Mar del
he win
Plata.
this tournament, should
Sur le
he be part
côté
of the
gauche de
winning
la
team,
piste, il
he
sera
could
numéro 2 en
rise
cas de
up
victoire
to number
aujourd'hui.
2 on the global ranking. What a feat that would have been for this young
Ramiro
20-year-old. Coming onto court, his partner in crime, or shall we say, his partner in play. That is Ramiro Pereira, number 3 on the A1 Paddle Global ranking. Only 26 years of age, from Mar del Plata in Argentina. And this is a final pitted already by some of the pundits as a Spain versus Argentina final. Both Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquim Florenza hailing from Spain. Both Ramiro Pereira and Juan Ignacio de Pascual from Argentina. And as the crowd trickles in for what is promising to be a sellout crowd here for this A1 Paddle France Grandmasters, we are getting ready to keep you company and really take you through what is going to be an exciting final. If you've got a minute or two, make sure you have some refreshments, make sure you're comfortable. However you are watching, we're going to listen to some national anthems as we begin this opening ceremony.
Merci à toutes et à tous.
There was no national anthems. That was a minute of silence for respect. We apologize for not being able to tell you what it's for, but certainly somebody of importance in the world of paddle, and we have observed a minute's silence there, as is customary in the world of sport, to pay homage to those fallen, those who have influenced our lives. There we have the customary team photo on our screens. Umpire Alejo Alvarez is the man tasked with keeping the peace and making sure these players abide by the rules. Last minute briefing. I can tell you now, he's talking to them about serving and foul serves, and as well as time wasting. He will in turn keep the crowd quiet and keep these players focused. They will toss for who will serve. He's telling them about the intricacies of that, and the winning team will choose either to receive or to serve. They'll be handed new balls. You can see that beautiful tin of balls there in umpire Alvarez's hand. Knox Balls, Knox, the official ball provider of the A1 Padel Global Tour for 2025, as they were in 2024. What a fantastic ball they have produced, and our players are extremely happy with that. It seems that Rama Pereira and Juan Ignacio Pascual have won the toss. They've chosen to receive, and balls were handed immediately to Alfonso Sanchez, and they will go through the regulatory 5-minute warm-up with those new balls. There on your screens is how they reached this final, and let's tell you about a story of Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. A bye in the first round due to their number 10 seeding, and then in the next round a 3-setter, 6-4, 5-7, 6-2 to Igor Gonzalez and Javier Nunes. That pitched them up for a dream round of last 16 against the number 1 seeded team, Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? An epic 3-setter, 6-7, 6-3, and 2-6, with Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza coming up on top, giant killing the number 1 seeds and already one-time champions this year, Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, onto the quarterfinals. And ahead of them, Arturo Hernando and Luis Oliva, who themselves had removed the number 7 seeds, Leonardo Yob and Pablo Barrera, in the initial round. And boom, 6-4 and 6-4 was Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza's celebration. And then yesterday, over the also very much improved Pedro Perry and Juan Pablo Andrade, one of the great new emerging talents on the A1 Padel Global Tour, a straightforward 6-4, 6-4 win, booking their place, well-deserved, into this final year. Rama Pereira and Juan Ignacio Pascual, a little bit less complicated. A bye in the first round, then a easy 2-setter, 6-2 and 6-love over Gama and Lopez, and then a little more complicated as they took on Jose David Sanchez, known as Joseda, and Juan Coquito Zamora. That was a little harder, 3-setter, 3-6, 7-6 and 3-6. Triumphed over that, justifying their favoritism and their number 2 seeding, then over Morales and Colantes, 7-6 and 6-3. And then yesterday, an epic battle over the number 3 seeds, Aymar Gonia and Tito Alemande, 6-4 and 6-3. Worthy finalists, a final worthy of your watch, ladies and gentlemen. And that is exactly what you need to be doing. On your screens, you've seen some introductions there. There is Juan Pascual, number 5 seed on the A1 Padel Global Tour from Pergamino in Argentina, meter 86. And what a young talent he is. Yesterday in the semi-final, after a subdued start, he took control of the second set, became more aggressive. He got to enjoy his talent and his confidence on the court as he put away almost single-handedly with his partner Ramiro Pereira, a little subdued in that second set. He almost single-handedly put away Tito Alemande and Aymar Goni. There is Roberto Lorenzo, apologies, sitting in as coach for Pereira and Pascual. On the bench, he of course deputizing for the usually present Federico de Pascual, which is Juan de Pascual's father, who usually accompanies the team on tour. But here he is, and there is our general for the day, the policeman, the umpire Alejo Alvarez, who is a much renowned and revered umpire in Spain having traveled all the way to the city of the beautiful sun in Beausoleil to officiate this final here of the A1 Padel France Grand Masters. Beausoleil, fancy name. Did you know? Early 1900s, as much as 1904, known as the Upper Monte Carlo. And the idea was abandoned after protests from the Monegasque authorities, and the name was reverted once again to Beausoleil. It adjoins the Principality of Monaco to the south, and lots to do. Although Beausoleil is also known as a bedroom community, with most of its residents employed and working in Monaco, literally crossing the road or just driving a few blocks into Monaco. It is a picturesque town with 12,430 inhabitants, plus minus, and with an area of 5.48 kilometers squared, which is quite small, but still lots to see. There are lots of Belle Epoque houses with ornate entrances, and of course the Gustave Eiffel covered market, which is something to behold. If you like that type of thing, markets, fresh produce markets, something to visit. A lot of the Monegasque people visited Gustave Eiffel covered market. Also the St. Joseph's Sanctuary, which is an ornate church with lots of stained glass windows in the center of Beausoleil. There is the head-to-head of both of these teams. Only met once before as teams. That was in Tucumán. And of course, Juan Pascual and Ramiro Pereira coming up on top there. They are already in 2025 winners of the Tucumán Open. They had a less than happy Cordoba Open, only reaching the quarterfinals. And of course, having been champions in San Juan in 2024. They've been playing together, Rama Pereira and Juan de Pascual, since September of 2024, and starting to build a real relationship. 12 times they've played together, 4 quarterfinals. That's the lowest stage they've reached. 4 semifinals, once beaten finalists, twice champions, and today could add one more to either of those two categories, either to beaten finalists or to champions. What will it be? Of course, lots of ranking points on offer, and you'll see Alfonso Sanchez in particular and Joaquin Florenza going from 33 and 30 ranking. They'll be climbing that ladder. This, of course, the furthest they have ever been on the main draw of the A1 Padel Global Tournament ever. They have, particularly Alfonso Sanchez, has been a winner of a Fabrice Mousport Cup, and both of them together as the finalists of Fabrice Mousport Cup, but never on
Me explico, ¿no? Bajando la velocidad y bajando el ritmo para entrar. Depende, porque ellos es muy probable que planteen un juego directo. ¿Me explico, no? Entonces, algunas veces podemos ir con el caballo ganador, otras salimos de ahí para reiniciar la jugada.
Vamos. Eso, son muy ojos la de derecha de Rama, ¿eh? Y sabes que va a tirar para el Juan, ¿no?
Vamos,
primer punto,
la
¿eh?
primera, agarraditos, interpretando bien las cosas que pasan, ¿vale? Y siendo equipo siempre, ¿vale? Con nivel, ¿eh? Nos agarran con nivel. Somos mejores, superiores, hay que demostrarlo, ¿vale?
Con decisión, Juan, ¿eh? Vamos.
Sí, eso sí.
Con ganas, papá, vamos.
Apologies there. Some gremlins have crawled into the framework there. We are back with you. And Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza 1-0 up in this first set. And that'll bring some confidence to their game, having gotten off the board early on. Players, of course, feeling each other out, looking to establish range and feel the bounce of the ball. But none of these two teams will be looking to get themselves into any sort of trouble, dropping breaks or allowing the other team to get the upper hand as they go through the motions. We saw early on in the first game, Rama Pereira trying to find some power for the very first time. That didn't quite work out, but he will know how to adjust from there. We saw that lob there going out of court, taking it to 15 all, and Joaquin Florenza will know how to deal with that, as will Alfonso Sanchez. There we go. Second hit with power from Rama Pereira, and a little bit more measured. Still not getting the desired kick out of court effect. Ball staying in, but enough to just get Alfonso Sanchez slightly off rhythm there and not being able to reach the ball. Pereira looking for the corner there of Sanchez. He goes a little bit further down the middle, changes direction. Florenza wide awake. Little dink there from Sanchez, and Juan Pascual into the net. 30 all is the scoreline. Juan Pascual dragged all the way to the center of the court as Rama Pereira approaches and fires with power, smackdown into the glass. Juan Pascual athletically manages to reach it, but the movement causes that lift on the ball to carry way too far. 40-30 is the scoreline. Goes for the Vibra into the corner once, twice. And this time, Alfonso Sanchez not able to return it. And there is the point on the board. Pereira de Pascual go one game apiece. Joaquin Florenza will serve. Conditions very much different to yesterday. So these players we're looking to adjust. Yesterday we had a temperature of 13 degrees outside. Remember that this facility is not an indoor facility. It is a covered facility, so lots of airflow coming through. There was wind yesterday of 11 kilometers an hour. That has died down to a very, very passive 6 kilometers, so not a lot of flow in the air to affect high lobs. And the temperature has increased. And there's a pensive Aymar Goni thinking what went wrong yesterday in his semi-final. But they're very supportive, these players on tour, of their colleagues who do move ahead in the previous rounds. They come and watch. So, as I was saying, the temperature a little warmer today. Still not summer in the south of France, but 3 degrees warmer than yesterday, 16 degrees, and the very big change, the humidity factor. Yesterday, 65%, and today only 46%. And that, of course, makes a huge difference to the speed of how the courts are playing, how the balls are moving. And yesterday, players were struggling to get kick off the balls, struggling to get the balls to move fast off the aggressive play. Today, we might see a little improvement in that, and time will tell, but we saw already a couple of efforts there from Rama Pereira getting almost the desired effect. And that beautiful shot there from Rama Pereira, piercing the gap between Florenza and Sanchez, and at pace, you'll see here, tries to finish the point, doesn't quite get it. There's Rama Pereira through the gap, and not much that Alfonso Sanchez could do about that. 15-30 is the scoreline. Beautiful play there from Rama Pereira. And here we are, 15-40 the scoreline. 3 early break opportunities here for Rama Pereira and Juani de Pascual. And young Sanchez and Florenza will not want this so early on in the first set. They'll want to hold their serve. They'll want to fight back on this. This will be an early advantage they might not be able to come back from. And they do. There is that lack of kick we spoke about, the slower courts. Look at that beautiful preparation. Alfonso Sanchez goes straight down the middle. The kick is not enough. Rama Pereira in position, into the ground and out of the court, off the side. And that gives them the early break they need. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. We're back there. We saw that beautiful clip there. Monte Carlo International Sports, our proud sponsor and partner on the A1 Padel Global Tour, now taking Padel to the world for the last 10 years in a row. And what a pleasure it is to see, to be a partner of the Monte Carlo Sports or Monte Carlo International Sports Group. 10 years of taking Padel, growing Padel, feeding the passion of Padel and living Padel throughout the world, and driven absolutely and completely by one Mr. Fabrice Pastor, who is also not just the president of Monte Carlo International Sports, but also the president or founder of the A1 Padel Global Tour. The fake smash there, Juani de Pascual, to great effect, and they'll be looking to big smile. First time we've seen Mr. Roberto Lorenzo smile. Even yesterday, semi-final win didn't allow him a smile. It was tense, but there it is, and he's pleased. Juani Pascual goes for the kick. He gets the kick that Alfonso Sanchez didn't get earlier on. That led to the break. That's a perfect. Look at that textbook center line, almost similar in effect to Alfonso Sanchez shot, but completely different result. Juani Pascual is the number 3 ranked player in the world on the A1 Padel Global Ranking system, and showing exactly why. Goes high in the air, There's Sanchez with the bandeja down the side. Goes for the vibra into the corner. Florenza looking for Juan de Pascual. Defends well, leaves it short. And Rama Pereira punishes straight down the line and takes the scoreline to 40-all. Pereira and Pascual will be looking to force this advantage, take this to 3-1 and put the pressure on young Sanchez and Florenza. They are confident. They want this title. We term this a battle, or some pundits have been terming this as a battle between Spain and Argentina for this final. But one of my Spanish colleagues wrote earlier today, it is illusion versus obligation. The dream versus the experience. That is exactly what it is, a dream for Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. As we said, never before reached this stage of a A1 Padel Global Tournament in their careers. And of course, Rama Pereira and Juan Ignacio de Pascual, no strangers to finals at this level of the A1 Padel Global Tour. Lots of experience, an obligation to deliver as strong favorites, and of course, playing the dreams and the illusions of Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. Alfonso Sanchez gets the clip off the net there. He goes again on the second serve. The lob left a little short there, not punished with the desired effect for Alfonso Sanchez. Joaquin Florenza stepping up, forcing Juan de Pascual into the corner. There's this time with power, Alfonso Sanchez straight at the body of Juan de Pascual, who can only parry it straight into the back glass. There is the nod. Juan Ignacio Lopez, the coach of Sanchez and Florenza, nodding with approval. Pascual leaves that short. There's the vibra in the corner. Rama Pereira deals with it well. And this time, it's Joaquin Florenza with the power and finishes off the point. 30-15, 30-all, 30-love, apologies. See there, well executed, straight down the feet of Rama Pereira, and enough height not to trouble any possibility of a return there. Sanchez into the block hole, beautiful serve, a little bit less space than normal. And Juan de Pascual trying to take that ball out of his pocket of his shorts and go straight into the net. 40-love. Want to stay in the game. They have been broken, Florenza and Sanchez, but they don't want to give up any more advantage. They want to stay in this game, bide their time, be patient. And from corner to corner, Florenza changes the direction. Sanchez again into the corner. He's getting a lot of power into those vibras there, making Rama Pereira work. This time Florenza goes, gets the kick out of court. And Rama Pereira, puntaco, benga, benga, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful point. You can see there's the lob, there's the kick smash, boom, out of court. Rama Pereira in position, straight back in, right into the opposite quadrant in the corner, and it is point in the bag. And you can see there the disappointment there. Margoni paying attention, perhaps learning a little bit about patience. Yesterday was very impatient in his semi-final, a lot of unforced errors. 40-15. This time he goes for the rulo. He gets it right. Florenza with a finish into the body of Juan de Pascual. One of the exciting things about Sanchez and Florenza, we're going to take a listen to what the coaches have to say, but is how they step up for one another. And this, I suppose, the main reason as to how this partnership has worked so well in this format.
Si te toca al revés, te toca al revés. Dale, abre los brazos, ve profundo.
Un misil de hacer que la cambio, pero no sé.
Ya lo sé. Ya lo sé.
Es que me viene como muy abierta y muy rápida, entonces me cuesta meterme para allá.
Ya lo sé.
Sí que es verdad que te llevas metiendo todo el torneo en eso, entonces, o sea, yo estoy, pero me da miedo ahora que la dejes y... O sea, yo estoy,
Pues
pero...
si entro al revés de Juan y me la tampoco tan mala, yo creo. O sí.
No, a ver, si va rápida, un poco porque
Ya.
yo dejo libre la palera, pero... Bueno, se está entrando, se está tirando gol.
Andando muy bien con la víbora. Sí, escucha, ahora con
Viene de que la jugada se acelera. Volean un par de veces, hay un par de jugadas divididas, hay un bloqueo de Juani. Hay en ese ritmo de una, otra, en algún momento su tiro acaba ganando algo de calidad o nuestro juego pierde algo de calidad. ¿Vale? Eso por un lado. Y por otro, en ataque seguimos, ¿eh? Bien las patas, cuidado la primera del punto, hijo de puta.
¿La qué?
La que me miras y te ríes, que se la juegas aquí por delante, primer punto del juego.
Sí, que no la podía apretar un poco más.
En todas habíamos dicho que por el medio.
Sí, después le tiré una por el medio.
Perfecta. Y fíjate que te la bajo ahí, ¿eh?
Me la bajo al medio.
Players are back on court, and Rama Pereira will serve to Joaquin Florenza. 3-2 up, first set. That first one not good enough. He'll go again. And a double fault. And quite... No, not quite yet. The first one was a let. I was about to say the first double fault of the entire tournament, but Rama Pereira saved my blushes with a little touch on the net. And Afonso Sanchez heard me talk about the net, so he wanted to show me where it is. So he goes flat into the center of the net. 15 love. While these players are underway, please do not forget to, if you're interested in paddle, you're interested in the A1 paddle, don't forget to go and look for us on social media. A1 Paddle Global Official on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, whatever is your preference. Don't forget to follow, like, or befriend. Keep up to date with all the goings on, the results, promotions, and all sorts of events brought to you by the A1 Paddle Global Tour. And of course, don't forget the A1 Paddle channel on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube platform, where you can watch live streaming of all our tournaments, as well as selected Fabrice Pastor Cup tournaments. That is the A1 Paddle on YouTube, with commentary available in Spanish as well as English for all semifinals and finals. You can also use one of our media partners, one of our broadcast partners, which A1 Paddle has lots, and you can log on to either of your preferred platforms. That would be Disney Plus, ESPN, DAZN, Mediaset España, TV Monaco, La Liga Plus, or Marca, depending on the territory that you are in. As a last resort, you can always go to www.a1paddleglobal.com and just click on the streaming channel. And you can also use the website for the latest news and updates on the goings on of tournaments, players, sponsorship developments, and be in touch with us through the a1paddleglobal.com website. Juan Pascual goes with the backhand straight into that net. (40-30) Rama Pereira to Afonso Sanchez. High into the air. Rama Pereira this time doesn't go cross court. He goes on the diagonal. The lob, he does go cross court. He's looking for Afonso Sanchez, who that return clips the top of the net and doesn't get the bounce over. 4-2, or 2-4 rather, as Joaquin Florenza picks up the balls. And perhaps an opportunity rude there for forcing a golden point. If you've just joined us, my name is Paulo De Carmo, and I'll be keeping you company with English commentary here on the A1 Paddle YouTube channel, as well as any of our broadcast sponsors. Make sure to give us a shout out right in the comments. Say hello. Tell us who you think will win this final of the A1 Padel France Masters. And let us know anything else, any points of discussions, any questions you may have. Let us know on the comments column. A ruler there from Sanchez. Doesn't get the desired effect off the fence. And the return from Pereira forces the error from Florenza. Love 15. Watch that preparation there from Alfonso Sanchez. As the ball is in the air, look at that, racket is up. Great lesson there for amateur and intermediate social players. Great preparation from early on. Of course, that execution there on that particular shot, not ideal, and the score goes love 30. Look at that early preparation. And he goes, second time he's clipped the top of the net and the ball has stayed on the wrong side. He will not be pleased with that. Florenza and Sanchez will not want to drop another game here. They'll be looking to try their hardest to come back on this. The score is love 30. Pereira and Juan Pascual no doubt see this as an opportunity to break and cement their advantage. You saw that. Look at that beautiful, delicate finish there from Juan Pascual. Just mastery. No wonder they call him the Nino Maravilla, the wonder kid. That beautiful volley. A little bit of drop, backspin on it. Cross court. Brilliantly executed. Roma Pereira tries to go down the line, down the parallel with that return. That is statistically the hardest shot in Padel to achieve. 6% success rate. And that time Roma Pereira was on the 94% side of things. 15-40 is the scoreline now. He tries to make up for it. Goes aggressive. Into the corner goes Juan Pascual. Well recovered. The kick smash. Roma Pereira. Banga, banga. And the return out of court from Sanchez into the wrong side. And it is a banger point. Look at that. Look how aggressive that goes. Big kick. Perfect positioning. And Sanchez, unfortunate. Look at that. He's out of court. He's times it perfectly, but the ball comes in on the wrong side of the court.
Impresionante. Gracias, chicos. Gracias por el pádel. Pum, 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 pum. ¡Putazo, amigo! ¡Impresionante!
If ever there's a promotional clip that highlights the passion, the grit, the emotion we keep talking about as we live Padel here on the A1 Padel Global Tour, there was the clip as we announce and advertise the next tournament on our calendar, is Lanzarote Open. It'll take place from the 21st to the 27th of April as we move from France into Spain. We will then stay around and look forward to the first Toledo Open on the 28th of April till the 4th of May. But that is after Lanzarote, and you saw all that emotion. Players looking forward. It is a full outdoor tournament in Lanzarote. The Lanzarote Open, put it into your diaries, 21st to the 27th of April. We're looking forward to that. And it'll be a full outdoor tournament. Lots of exciting passion, grit, and emotion, just like that clip showed you. And we're going to see all those stars in action. Of course, you'll be able to follow all the action here on the channel. Florenza returns. Juan Pascual defends. Florenza attacks, looking to be more aggressive. They are on the back foot. They are down by 2-5 in this first set. There he looks for the kick. He gets it. Rama Pereira is in, and exactly in the same way he did the previous one. Banga, banga. He sends it into the court, not into the net, but cross court into the corner. Look at that. Rama Pereira is out. Boom, into the corner, through the gap between Florenza and Sanchez, and not a lot that can do that. Look at that. Perfectly executed. And what a beautiful execution. Even Coach Juan Ignacio Lopez, who is the coach of Sanchez and Florenza, applauding there. Banga, banga point. One for the highlight reel. And the bounce being unkind in the corner there to Alfonso Sanchez, as Juan de Pascual and Rama Pereira go 40-love up. Juan de Pascual will serve and looking to seal out this first set with a 6-1. It is set point. Juan Pascual wants it, gets the kick, well blocked there. Sanchez once, twice. Juan Pascual looks for the lift. Florenza with a bajada, well blocked there. Juan Pascual, and into the net goes Rama Pereira. Not the ideal outcome, but still an advantage. Still 3 set points on offer here. 40-15. Juan Pascual will now serve to Joaquin Florenza. High in the air goes Alfonso Sanchez. But awkward there. Rama Pereira deals with it very well. There's that bajada again from Florenza, and the block from Juan Pascual this time, overcarrying into the glass. 40-30. Starting to build up a little frustration is Juan Pascual. He wants to finish the set. It was 40-love. It's now 40-30. He wants to put this away and go to the benches, talk to the coach, get some refreshment, and know that psychologically the first set is over. Rama Pereira says, I'll help you out. Takes the pace off that smash, fakes the kick smash, and just drops it through the middle. Set. Juan Pascual, Rama Pereira, 6-2 over Sanchez and Florenza here at the A1 Padel France Grandmaster Final.
Allez, on retourne pour les deux encore dans cette deuxième manche. Ce match est loin d'être terminé.
There we are on your screens, the set summary, 6-2, the way of Pereira and Pascual. You can see there 26 total points versus 16, and 2 break points versus 0. Very big deciding factor there. 4 out of 5 smashes won versus 3 out of 6. And then the unforced errors, 12 for Sanchez and Florenza, only 8 for Pereira and Di Pascual, and 12 winners versus 6 for Pereira and Di Pascual. The stats tell the story of the scoreline, and there is no dispute there. 6-2, 1 set down, and Rama Pereira and Juan Di Pascual will be feeling really confident with their coach Roberto Lorenzo that they can go out there for the second set and justify favoritism and their number 2 seeding and put this away. The dreamers, the hopefuls, Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza, need to find a way here. They need to get back into things. There's Joaquin Florenza putting on a grip, and impressive the speed at which these players do this. Of course, that's quite a task for some of us more inexperienced paddle players on social courts. Obviously feeling the grip on his racket was not adequate. And he'll get a little bit of leniency there from umpire Alejo Alvarez as he changes that grip and comes back. Feels the racket, feels good, all ready to go. Firing on all cylinders. Alfonso Sanchez to serve to Juan Di Pascual and get the second set underway. Still playing with the old balls. 6-2. This will be the last game played with these balls. Then we'll have new balls introduced. As per the A1 Padel guidelines, new balls are introduced after 9 games and subsequently every 11 after that. Those balls, of course, as we mentioned earlier, Knox, provided by Knox Titaniums, and Knox, the official ball supplier of the A1 Padel Global Tour, as they have been since the year of 2024. While we were on the new balls format, the match format for A1 Padel Global Tour is the best of 3 sets for all matches, with tiebreakers played at 6 all, those tiebreakers being standard tiebreakers, first to 7 win by 2, and importantly, at deuce during the games, a golden point rule applies. Those of you unfamiliar with that, is that the receiving team appoints the receiving player at every opportunity, and it is a sudden death, a penalty kick point of the sport of paddle. We haven't had a golden point thus far in this match, which is rather unusual. Florenza there watches that ball, not quite getting behind the ball on the bounce as the ball slows down. A little bit of misinterpretation of that second bounce off the glass and goes into the net. There it is. You saw that as the ball bounced. A little bit of spin off that glass. It just couldn't get under it enough. 30 all is the scoreline. A lob there with a little bit of backspin from Juan Di Pascual. And this time that volley goes straight into the back of the glass. 40-30. Change of direction there from Sanchez. Florenza to Juan Di Pascual. Once, twice, 3 times now. Juan Di Pascual changes direction, goes for the high lob. Leaves that short, does Sanchez. And Joaquin Florenza with the flip out of court. Rama Pereira on the chase. Can't quite get there. You can see here. Look at that back flip. Boom. Out of court. There's Rama Pereira on the chase. And just can't get enough on that. Game, first blood. Second set. Sanchez Florenza. As they go 1-0 up. There'll be a quick switch around. There's Juan Ignacio Lopez talking quick words with Sanchez and Florenza. And they are back on the court already. Roberto Lorenzo there making some notes. Rama Pereira to serve. $15 love. We spoke earlier about our media partners and where you can watch the A1 Padel Global Tour now and for every tournament for the rest of the season. But it would be remiss of me not to thank some of our sponsors and partners for the A1 Padel Tour. And of course, Monte Carlo International Sports, the main sponsor of the tour. But we'd be remiss not to mention Padel Tech Courts, who produce these wonderful paddle courts that you see on your screen there. Stan Wawrinka apparel and equipment. Joma Padel or Joma Padel, whichever way you'd like to pronounce that, who provides lots of equipment. They are tactical sponsors or technical sponsors rather, of the A1 Padel Global Tour. Another technical sponsor who is new to the fold is All for Padel. That is Adidas and Lock, a brand new brand, and they've produced a beautiful Adi Power A1 paddle racket with a dual core exoskeleton. Really something to behold. Beautiful racket. And then, of course, View Travel World and Real Turf, the artificial turf company, all proud partners of the A1 Padel Global Tour. If you want to see some of that apparel we're talking about and some of that equipment, www.a1paddleshop.com is your port of call. Or alternatively, if you are in Spain or in the surrounding area and you can get to Seville, you can go to Seville, and there is a physical store there, a state-of-the-art, groundbreaking and trend-setting store that is incredible. But if you cannot get there, www.a1paddleshop.com. Lots of equipment, apparel, and merchandising for the A1 Padel Global Tour available on that website and in the physical store. Ramo Pereira under attack. Juan Pascual goes for the drop shot and finalizes that point emphatically. One game apiece. Still no golden points. How's that athleticism there from Florenza? But Juan Pascual sees the gap being opened and finishes that point. 1-all, second set. Ramo Pereira with a high lob. Side to side. Both teams trying to finish the point. Both teams not able to. Just looking for the error, and Ramo Pereira finalizes the point. Incredible point. Both teams being aggressive. Both teams fighting it out, and it takes the magic of Ramo Pereira to really put it away. There's a shot from Florenza. He knows he's been caught out of position. He knows that that was not on the script. Trying to move Ramo Pereira center and left. Doing it to great effect. Juan Pascual covering that center well. Retrieves it. Ramo Pereira with a drop shot. Beautiful. Puntaco. Banga, banga. Incredible. Game being played at pace aggressively, and Ramo Pereira just slows it down. And a textbook drop shot. Right there, ball at the net. Florenza chases, but he was never going to get there on time. Trips, whoops, into the net. Unfortunately, love 30. Also, if you're listening on the YouTube channel, make sure comment with us. Let us know who you think will be the MVP of this final. Into the net goes Sanchez. Love 40. 4 break opportunities here. This is what Juan Pascual and Ramo Pereira are looking forward to. They want this. They want this final. We told you earlier on in our interviews with both Pereira and Juan Pascual. Juan Pascual in particular, he said he has the gana. He wants to win this tournament. He wants to win this final. He's hungry for it. And that hunger is showing with the aggression in the play here in the A1 Padel France Grandmaster Final. There's the ball, there's the kick. Ramo Pereira manages to get it out. No change of direction. And the drive, you saw that as Ramo Pereira drives through the net straight at the racket of Sanchez, and he could do no more than to block it and pair it. There's that return out of court. The ball comes forward. Well defended. There's Pereira driving to the backhand of Sanchez. Not enough power on that return. It stays within the net. Players back on court, and Juan Di Pascual, Rama Pereira, and Roberto Lozano, even Federico Di Pascual back home in Argentina, will be feeling quite confident that the team can go on and seal this victory here at the A1 Padel France Grandmasters, the first Grandmasters of the 2025 season. And what a Grandmasters it's been. Started off 101 teams started off playing in this tournament. That was earlier in the week, and that has been whittled down to just these two. And what are they playing for? A huge, huge chunk of the amazing prize money purse. 241,000 euros is the prize pool for this tournament, not to mention incredible amount of ranking points. Joaquin Florenza down the side, into the ground and out of the court. And Rama Pereira couldn't get enough height on that one as it kicks off the glass. And Joaquin Florenza says, this is how you do it. You flick your wrist, you go into the ground, and it goes out of the court. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Juan Di Pascual, though, says, okay, don't get overconfident. I'll serve it into the block hole and you won't be able to return it. And that's exactly what happens. 15-30 reads the scoreline now. I've got to commend Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza despite their lowly ranking. Remember, number 10 seeds in this tournament. They've had a phenomenal tournament. Giant killing all the way. They've beaten the number 1 seeds. They've beaten the number 15 seeds, who themselves took out the number 7 seeds. They yesterday booked their place in the final with a very, very hard match. They have got lots to be proud of. Whatever the outcome here of this match, there's Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. This will give them a tremendous boost for the rest of the season. And what is possible with hard work, what can be achieved. And they'll be looking to take the experience from here, whatever happens, and build on that for the rest of the 2025 season. Perhaps going to be a little bit disappointed that with their ranking points gain, they will no longer be able to enter Fabrice Pastor Cup tournaments. And they are stalwarts of the Fabrice Pastor Cup tournaments. Alfonso Sanchez has won the Fabrice Pastor Cup in Barcelona last year in 2024 and was a finalist at both Sevilla and Asturias. Also in 2024, Joaquin Florenza, a finalist in the Fabrice Pastor, both in Panama and Asturias in 2024. So both very experienced on the Fabrice Pastor Cup. And if you don't know what Fabrice Pastor Cup, that is the development tour of the A1 Padel Global Tour, the equivalent to 500 and 1,000 tournaments. and those tournaments restrict the entries to players ranked 25 and above. So a great initiative, and this year alone there are 12 Fabrice Pastor Cups scheduled, 6 already under the belt this year, and this tournament will be followed by 2 others. So something to keep your eye on and to watch. They are extremely useful for the development of young players. And these 2 on your screen here, Sanchez and Forenza, will most likely, with their ranking point gain, not be able to enter the following Fabrice Pastor Cup tournaments, as they will now be ranked higher than the minimum requirement for a Fabrice Pastor Cup tournament. Excellent finish there from Sanchez, as he goes to the right-hand side of Juan de Pascual, uses the double wall hard and low. See there, look at that. There's that impeccable preparation that Sanchez uses so well. 30-15. And excellent rulo there from Alfonso Sanchez. And you can see there how he's motivating himself. Venga, venga. Vamos. He's talking to himself, trying to get himself G'd up. He has got them to a 40-15 scoreline here. It is 2-2 on the scoreboard. So not giving up by any stretch of the imagination. The match is not in the bag, Mr. Pereira and Mr. Di Pasquale. No strangers to 3-setters are Sanchez and Forenza. They beat the #1 seeds in this tournament, Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, in an epic 3-setter. And it'll be no surprise if they come back to at least force a 3-setter in this match. Sanchez with a power on that shot off the wall. Hybrid of a bajada vibra. Goes straight into the net though. Goes into the corner, that's Sanchez. Looks for the middle. Goes again. Bajada this time slower, straight down the middle. Forenza fakes the drop shot, instead gets over there to Juan de Pascual, who does well to defend it. And the attempted hook shot there, the gancho from Alfonso Sanchez goes into the net, and we have a golden point, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard me say we haven't had a golden point in this entire match yet, and here we have the very first one. Alfonso Sanchez from 40-15 up has allowed the gap to be narrowed into a golden point. And now there is a potential break opportunity here for Pereira and De Pasquale as Sanchez goes to Pereira. Florenza tries to get in behind Juan de Pasquale. Bad decision there. Opens himself up into the gap. Not ideal. And they've gone from attacking into retreat. And Juan de Pasquale says, thank you very much. You've left that lob a little too short. You're stuck in the corner. And I'm going to hit straight back at you with kick. And no one's going to get it. The break has happened once again. And it is 3-2, Juan de Pasquale and Rama Pereira.
Al medio, tío, si no, pues. Joder.
Para mí vamos a usarle todo Juani, todo Juani. Todo Juani cuando estemos adelante.
Ahora mismo sí. Ahora mismo sí.
Ya, si por eso esta última te la
Es que
dejo.
yo
macho.
cuando...
Escucha, tened en cuenta que si lo siguen presionando a Juani, él se va a venir para adelante. Ábreme para afuera como has hecho. Pum, para afuera, para que no se me venga con... ¿Correcto? ¿Vale? Escucha, si se viene muy rápido en tu resto de saques, se viene muy rápido, tírale el globo, ¿vale? Estamos yendo sobre algo que es muy pequeñito, es difícil, ¿vale? Si no estamos sintiendo la pelota también.
Vamos, solucionaste bien después, que yo sigo en 40-15 y ahí bancaste bien los dos, ¿vale? Vamos aquí, ¿vale? Vamos.
¿Eres bueno?
Bien Rama y Globo, Bien Rama y Globo, que ahí termina el round 1 y eso le quita confianza.
No me cambió a mí, hay que laburar, te canto todo.
Sí,
la bandeja.
obvio.
Es la mejor.
Obvio.
Sanchez and Florenza disappointed with themselves, particularly Joaquin Florenza. He knows go all the time to Juan de Pascual. Juan de Pascual seems to be the target. He has made more errors than Rama Pereira. And disappointed that they're not playing in that direction. The message from Roberto Lorenzo to Pereira and Di Pasquale is lob and attack. Just go out there. You've got the advantage. Seal it off. And Juan Di Pasquale to the body of Sanchez. The block not good enough. 30 love. Juan Di Pasquale with the aggression now. Are we going to see a repeat of yesterday's semi-final where Juan Di Pasquale, more or less around this stage, began to really be aggressive and attacking in his play and literally took the game by the scruff of its neck and finished it off? And this time it's Joaquin Florenzo who says, take that aggression and go and fetch the ball off the stands. Into the ground. He does that so well. Sideways, into the ground and out of the court. Leaving very little chance even for a run out of court, as the ball usually lands up in the grandstands. Pereira there misguided that one into the fence. Trying to change direction, perhaps being a little too cute. (40-30). In the air is Sanchez. Juan Di Pasquale comes across and gets the kick. He does that so well. For a player who plays on the right side of the court, being left-handed, he uses full advantage. Almost allows the opposition teams to underestimate him as he's in the drive position, but with his left hand, a lot of aggression, a lot of power. That's what makes him such a special player. Seals off that game, and that is 4-2. 2-4, Florenza serving. And it is now a literal mountain to climb for the two young Spanish players. Oh, Florenza, good idea, bad execution. Gets in behind Juan Di Pasquale. Ball just edging the top of the glass. You can see there, he finds the gap, gets in behind him, but just ball over carrying, just slightly going straight into the glass. Love 15. Florenza trying to follow his plan of attacking Juan Di Pasquale. Florenza, ball in hand. Is played towards the direction of Juan Pascual, but Rama Pereira not really allowing him much room. Defending well, Pereira and Juan Pascual in full flow at the net. Trying to push Sanchez and Florenza back. It's a ding-dong battle here, but that's left short. Off the wall, there goes Sanchez. And Sanchez, with the easiest of all 30-plus shots played, goes into the net, trying to put a little bit of topspin there, trying to get the Chiquita at the center of the court, and he goes straight into the net, causing a little bit of trouble there for Rama Pereira. And there we go. You can see there the motion of his arm. He's trying to get that curl for the ball to drop just after the net into a beautiful Chiquita, and ball falls short, goes into the net. 30-40, unnecessary error, really putting him and his teammate under a lot of pressure there. 30-40 is the scoreline. 2-4 down in the second set. Not the ideal timing to be trying something as creative as that. Fortunately, he makes up for it. Beautiful Bandeja into the corner using the double wall, less space. Rama Pereira not able to get it back and forces the golden point. Still, rather unnecessary was the previous one. We are at a golden point. There's still a break opportunity here for Pereira and Di Pasquale. And I'll remind you that they have won every golden point. So far, it's only one, but it was won by Pereira and Di Pasquale. Rama Pereira is receiving. Goes down the parallel. Florenza tries to cut it across. Change of direction. Goes into the net. 2 golden points out of 2 for Pereira and Di Pasquale. And the clear advantage is now in the hands of Di Pasquale and Pereira.
No vayas con miedo, ven para adelante, no te vayas para atrás, no pasa nada. No pasa nada, ya está. Dios, venga, habéis en esta transición habéis jugado el mejor pádel del partido. A eso me refiero, a decir, estoy ahí, cuando me dan el fallito, sigo estando ahí. De momento no habíamos estado ahí.
Claro.
¿Se entiende, no?
Sí, está claro.
¿Entiende?
Está claro que fallan los dan ellos también, lo que pasa es que estamos fallando nosotros más.
Exacto. Vamos contra nosotros mismos, chicos. Contra nosotros mismos,
tal cual.
¿vale? Recuerda, ahora Juan se está metiendo a tu globo, con lo cual...
Vale, vamos.
Ya llegamos hasta acá.
Eso sí,
con
pero
la
de aquí,
mejor o las peores sensaciones. Da igual, pero ya estamos acá.
Pero escucha, pero que las sensaciones son buenas, no creéis que son malas. No creéis que son malas. Lo que pasa es que no estoy jugando al ritmo como gustaría.
Sea como sea la sensación, ya estamos acá. Estamos acá, estamos 5-2 y ahora que
tengáis la sensación de que estoy jugando mal, no estoy jugando nada mal. Lo que estamos jugando es más lento, eso sí.
Vale, estamos jugando un ritmo shot,
Dale. Pero vamos a exigirnos aquí.
Players are walking back on court, and Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza must be feeling what has gone wrong. It has been another level. It's been a grueling week for them, some massive matches, and they are now at the final stages of perhaps handing over the first prize here to Juan Pascual and Rama Pereira in this A1 Padel France Grandmaster Final. A tournament they have performed so admirably in, and that contra there off the glass from Joaquin Florenza, overcarrying into the side fence. The score is 15-love. It is 5-2 in the second set, and that after winning the first set by 6-2. The score doesn't really tell the full story. Sanchez and Florenza have been ultra competitive in this match. It looks at 6-2 and possibly another 6-2 like a dominating performance. It is dominating, but both Florenza and Sanchez have put up a fight really worthy of their place in this final. These number 10 seeds who have come up against the number 2 seeds. A great experience. They've giant killed all the way into this final, and whoa, Juan Pascual with that kick hitting the crossbar and into the crowd, taking the score to 30-love. So we seem to be en route to a massive win, the biggest win of Juanito Pascual and Ramiro Pereira's career thus far, and this will cement their ranking into the number 2 ranked team on the A1 Padel Global Tour. No doubt Juan Ignacio Pascual will move up to possibly number 2 or 3 spot on the global ranking. And lots of changes. We'll know more about those tomorrow as the results get computed into the ranking system software. And we've got to start thanking the Club de Tennis de Padel of Soleil here in Beau Soleil, the beautiful Sun City here in Beau Soleil, next to the Principality of Monaco. Upper Monaco, as it used to be called. The residents of Monaco not happy with that name, so beautiful Sun it became. Beau Soleil, and what a beautiful name that is. Great hosts, been hosting the A1 Padel Global Tour for some years now, and this year for the very first time hosting not just a Masters tournament, but a Grand Masters. 40-30 is the scoreline. Sanchez Florenza not taking this line down. They're not agreeing with the commentator that it will be 6-2. But Juan de Pascual and Ramiro Pereira do agree. And Alfonso Sanchez makes the error, goes into the side fence, and we have game, set, and match. 6-2, 6-2, Ramiro Pereira and Juan Ignacio de Pascual of Alfonso Sanchez Arriaga and Joaquin Florenza Hernandez. And what a brave effort by the 2 young Spanish lads. The higher ranked team, the experience, the obligation to prove their ranking takes the biggest win of their career. This France Grandmasters on the A1 Padel Global Tour. Rapturous rounds of applause for these 2 young men. Federico de Pascual in Argentina will be so proud of his young chargers here with the great job done by the deputizing Roberto Lorenzo. And as they go off court and commiserate with the opposition, there is Juan de Pascual shaking hands with Juan Ignacio Lopez, the coach of Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. What a tournament this has been. It's been, as I said to you, 101 teams started off this tournament, and that has whittled down completely into a great number of 1 winning team. And that is the team of Juan Ignacio Pascual and Ramiro Pereira from 101 to 1. And that is what the A1 Padel Global Tour brings you in terms of passion and in terms of grit and emotion. The best paddle in the world. We're watching some of those highlights right there in front of you. And straight after this, we're going to have our on-court presenter, Clara Navarro, who will be speaking to the winners. There'll be a prize giving, so don't leave us yet. There'll be a prize giving, some amazing trophies to be presented. Of course, the ranking points, which you won't see on your screen, and the largest chunk of the prize pool of 241,000 euros. There's the set summary. There's the total points won. Very similar sort of percentages for Pereira and Pascual, 28 versus 20. There's the break points, 3 out of 4 versus 1 out of 1 break point for Sanchez and Florenza. And then smashes won, 5 out of 8 versus 0 smashes won from Sanchez and Florenza. 12 winners versus 6. And there's the unforced errors again, 16 to 11. 32 minutes only for that second set. There's the match summary. Probably one of the quickest finals so far this season on the A1 Padel Global Tour. Only 1 hour and 10 minutes. And you can see there, look at the break points. 5 out of 7 versus 1 out of 1. Smashes won, 9 out of 13 versus 3 out of 6. 24 winners versus 12. And only 19 unforced errors versus 28. Professional, experienced, obligatory. The number 2 seeds get to win this trophy of the France Grand Masters. Alfonso Sanchez, Joaquin Florenza, lots to be proud about. Ranked 30 and 33 on the A1 Padel Global Ranking, their very first time at this level. Lots to be proud of. You can see they are desolate and disappointed with themselves. Nevertheless, a great performance here. We're going to go to Clara Navarro, who is ready with the winners.
Campeones de este France Grand Master, Juani de Pascual y Rama Pereira. Juani, felicidades por este título del primer Grand Master de la temporada. ¿Qué se siente en estos momentos?
La verdad que estamos muy felices. Nada, creo que hicimos un gran trabajo toda la semana, fuimos de menor a mayor. Creo que el partido de ayer y el de hoy fueron los dos mejores partidos que tuvimos en la semana, o por ahí los más serios, los más concentrados que estuvimos. Nada, hay muchas cosas para valorar, para agradecer, en principal a Robert, que estuvo toda la semana haciéndonos un apoyo increíble. Creo que hacemos un gran equipo, junto a mi padre también, estamos los cuatro muy unidos. Felicitar a Rama por la semana que tuvo, por el torneo, la verdad que es un placer jugar con él. Y nada, agradecer a Fabri también, a toda la gente. Creo que nada, cuando estamos lejos se hace sentir mucho el apoyo. Y nada, la verdad que muy felices por un torneo más. No está fácil ganar torneos, así que nada, hay que valorarlo y seguir entrenando, no nos conformamos.
Well, Juan is very happy to become the champions of the France Grandmaster. He feels like during this week they were improving each day, and it's not easy nowadays to win a title in this circuit. Rama, no solo ganáis segundo título de la temporada, un Grandmaster, sino que a raíz de esta victoria, ahora mismo a nivel individual pasas a ser el número 2 del ranking.
Bueno, hola a todos. Gracias por estar. Gracias a toda la gente que está mirando. Nada, también quiero agradecer a Robert, que me está bancando hace muchos años ya en la academia. A Juani, que está haciendo partidazos, está haciendo muy buenos torneos. El sacrificio que hace también es muy grande. A Fede, que está desde Pergamino viéndonos. A mi familia, a mis amigos, no los quiero olvidar. Y nada, bueno, la verdad que ganarlo, como dijo Juani, no es tan fácil, siempre requiere de esfuerzo, de mucho trabajo mental, físico, y no es nada fácil. Y bueno, el número 2 a nivel del ranking individual, la verdad que es un número. Yo quiero jugar y ganar, divertirme con Juano. Y nada, muchas gracias a todos por venir. Y bueno, muy bien también. Juaco y Alfon, partidazo. Muy buen torneo, se lo merecen. Son unos tipazos. Así que nada, nosotros contentos también.
Well, Rama is also very happy for the title, and also now with this victory he becomes the number 2 of the A1 Padel ranking, so congratulations. And as Juani said before, it's not easy to win a title, so there has been a lot of sacrifice during this week. Así que nada, chicos, ahora en unos minutos vais a recoger vuestros merecidos premios, y hasta aquí la palabra de los ganadores.
Well, you heard it there, and lots of praise, lots of excitement. Very pleased. Juan de Pascual, muy contente, very happy. And, you know, we're going to use that quote that we had yesterday from Alfonso Sanchez Arriaga, where he said that he felt more happiness didn't fit into his body. And that's exactly how he should still feel. There he is on screen. Is cooling down, doing some stretches. These are just images from the previous early on in the match. There's going to be some highlights here for you to see, and we're going to, straight after this, we're going to be watching the prize giving, the award ceremony, and of course there'll be an award for the MVP of the final, as well as prize giving for the finalists, and then the champions. The on court will be Fabrice Pastor, the president and founder of the A1 Padel Global Tour, and Cristina Frontera, the tournament director of the France Grand Master Tournament. What an amazing job this lady Cristina Frontera has done, as we have been treated to a wonderful tournament here, and that started on the 21st of March all the way till today.
De ce Grand Master France, je vais vous présenter les personnalités qui vont remettre les lots aux vainqueurs. Tout d'abord, Valeria Pastor, la copropriétaire du circuit A1 Padel. Cristina Frontera, la directrice du A1 Padel France Grand Master. Et Monsieur Fabrice Pastor, président et fondateur du circuit A1 Padel. Je vais inviter Monsieur Fabrice Pastor à dire un petit discours.
Bon, messieurs, madame,
There we have
vraiment,
Mr. Fabrice
merci
Pastor,
beaucoup pour
the
être
founder
ici.
and president of the A1
C'est
Padel
un
Global
moment
Tour.
d'émotion pour moi parce que je voulais remercier Cristina et toute son équipe du tennis Padel Soleil qui ont le seul stade de France à l'année et en plus qui ont fait un grand master. C'était en remerciement pour tout ce qu'ils font pour le padel en France et dans le monde. Je voulais remercier le public. Mesdames, messieurs, sans vous, ce n'est pas possible. Les joueurs qui ont fait un match exceptionnel. Rama, qui est numéro 2 mondial maintenant. Et je voulais féliciter aussi toute mon équipe de A1 Padel pour le travail qu'on fait dans le monde. Cette année, on sera dans 36 pays. Merci beaucoup.
There, Mr. Pastor thanking the team, Cristina Frontera, the tournament director of the A1 Padel France
Je vais inviter à
Grandmaster.
venir avec moi
Great
Valeria
job,
Pastor
thanking the players
pour remettre
for
le
performances
trophée du
and public
MVP
for
du
attending.
tournoi.
First award here, and that is for the MVP of the tournament.
Et le MVP de ce Grand Master France, c'est Alfonso Sanchez.
And what a deserved award. MVP of the A1 Padel France Grandmasters is Alfonso Sanchez. Well deserved, 26 years of age. And what a mammoth effort this young man has put into this tournament. Their first ever performance as finalists on such a tournament. And never ever gone this far. Of course, be remiss to not mention his partner, Joaquin Florenza.
Je vais inviter maintenant Madame Cristina Frontera pour remettre le trophée aux finalistes. Les finalistes de ce Grand Master France, Joaquin Florenza et Alfonso Sanchez.
The finalists, second place, beaten finalists Alfonso Sanchez and Joaquin Florenza. They fought like lions, giant killers. You remember me informing you earlier on about their heroics getting here to this final, having beaten in the round of 16, the number 1 seeded team in a massive 3-setter, then in the quarterfinals, beating the team that knocked out the number 7 seeds, and then yesterday dispatching Pedro Peri and Juan Pablo Andrade, who themselves had been
Ils seront dans le
ranked
top 15 mondial, on peut les applaudir très fort. Je vais maintenant inviter Monsieur Fabrice Pastor pour remettre le trophée au grand vainqueur de ce tournoi.
And now for the winners of this
Les grands vainqueurs de ce Grand
France
Master
Grand
France,
Masters.
les Argentins, Juari de Pascual et Ramiro Pereira.
Ramon Pereira and Juan Ignacio de Pascual, the winners of the 2025 A1 Padel France Grandmasters. And what a team they are. Justifying their number 2 seeding, justifying their favoritism in this round, justifying their experience, their obligation, their need, and their hunger to win this tournament. And they come away with a scoreline of 6-2 and 6-2. And what was the ranking of number 3 and number 5 on the A1 Padel Global ranking of these 2 players, you'll see tomorrow big changes. And Ramon Pereira was announced.
On peut les applaudir très fort.
He ranked number 2 on the A1 Padel Global ranking. as of tomorrow. We'll see the official postings tomorrow, and you can check those out on the A1 Paddle social media networks or on www.a1paddleglobal.com website. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, or befriend any of those social media channels to be kept up to date with any of those details. And you can see there big smiles all around, crowd very appreciative of the effort that they've taken, and the group photographs being taken. Big smiles there, even the beaten finalists. And why should they not smile? They should be so proud. Never before at this stage of a A1 Paddle main draw tournament. That leaves us with a little bit more to say. We want to thank Alejo Alvarez, the umpire, for keeping the peace on the court and making sure the players are abiding to the rules. My production crew back in the OB van, our Spanish colleagues, commentators who have done, as usual, on the Spanish stream, a fantastic job. The on-court presenter, Clara Navarro, and as well as all the other staff involved in bringing this amazing tournament to your screens. You, of course, we thank mostly for joining us in either our streaming partner platforms or right here on A1 Paddle YouTube channel. And we thank you tremendously. We see you in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget, outdoor tournament, Lanzarote Open, 21st to the 27th of April. And straight after that, Toledo Open. We look forward to our trip from France to Spain as we get ready to bring you more excitement, more passion, more grit, more emotion on this A1 Paddle Global Tour. We're going to leave you with these images. I bid you goodbye, adieu, au revoir, arrivederci, and we'll see you for the Lanzarote Open, 21st to the 27th of April.